Hello guys, welcome back to another part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So, here I am again with another part of the video, and I want to say something that's very exciting. So, for all these past videos, I've been making, I've been showing replays of my Elemental Hero monsters, but I don't know if I ever mentioned this before or whatever, but I'm gonna say it. I never finished the deck because I always been using a makeshift deck for my hero. So I felt like my hero deck was incomplete, and I still haven't finished it because I've been working on another deck, and I finally finished it, and I'm happy for how it came out. And what I want to say is that I am using Neo-Spacians. And I always wanted to use them. I've been learning them how to use it as well. So I'm going to be showing you replays of me playing Neo-Spacians, and someday I will go back to playing hero again, but I want to finish my hero deck first. So anyways, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, first match of the duel. Okay. So, of course, I'm going against another hero fanatic, and his name is Hero. But this video, I will be showing who's the better hero. Now, he's going to use Evil Hero Justin Gold, so he could discard it and grab a spell card that lets him fuse Evil Hero monsters. And then I'm going to use my Maxi, so I could draw more cards if he keeps special summoning. Of course, he got Dark Calling. So, this is all he does. He only got 2 sets, and he got a Shadow Mist, but he expects me to kill Shadow Mist so he can activate her ability in a graveyard, because she does something, she gets sent to a graveyard whatsoever. But anyways, they activate a trap card, and that trap card says you can have all hero monsters gain 400 attack points, even if this card leaves the field. So, gave 400 attack. I don't know why if you want that card destroyed, but it's probably for a general. But anyways, I got Keeper of Dragon Magic, and what it does is, if this card is normal or special summon, you can discard 1 card and add a polymerization or any type of fusion spell. So, I discard 1 card, and then he used Infinite Permanence, so he's going to negate my effects, and any spell or trap card that's going to go to the column under my monster for this turn, or that column he picks. And now I'm going to use Summon Breaker, a field spell. I never used a field spell before, but now I'm using it. So, while during the main phase, so if either player does 3 summons on their main phase, that automatically just skips to their end phase. So meaning they cannot do any more summons, they cannot battle. So, you know, it's clutch. But with me, I'm not going to be doing many. So this is fine for me. So I'm going to set those cards down because, you know, what I also found out is putting, there's no point, most of the time there's no point in putting spell cards on face down. But what I know is you could put it down so you could bluff for your opponent to think that you have a trap card. So they have to think about what they want to do. Okay. So, of course, no battle damage, but she wants to send that to the graveyard. Alright, so we got Stratos. So remember, that's the first summon. Well, it wouldn't matter, but it hit me. Okay, now it's me. I got a Neo's Fusion card. So again, activate this ability to gain 400 more attack. Oof. Anyways, Neo's Fusion. I can fuse monsters from my deck, and I'm going to bring out Elemental Hero Brave Neos. And what he does is that he gains 100 attack points for each Neo-Spacian or hero monster that's in the graveyard. Also, if I use him to destroy a monster card, he activates his ability by adding a spell or trap card to my hand. but it has to specifically list elements of Hero Neos in the text. So I'm going to do that. Activates his ability, so I'm going to get another Neo's Fusion. And that's the cool thing about Neo's Fusion. They can fuse from your deck instead of you waiting to get certain cards to be in your hand and then fuse with a polymerization. Instead, this is all in one go. So this is pretty neat. Alright. So he's going to activate that card to draw some cards and then discard a card. So he's going to use Foolish Barrier to throw him in the graveyard. Okay, so he's summoning. But remember, that was 3 summons. That was 3 summons. So now it's going to skip. He could activate that card. Go ahead. But the thing is, now it's going to skip the turn. So, yeah. He couldn't do anything. So now it's me again. And it's going to buff the card. And he's going to use Maxi in case if I do any special summons. Okay. Neo-Spacian. And then I'm going to summon Rainbow Neos. And Rainbow Neos is pretty freaking sick. So he has 3 abilities and he has an attack power of 4,500, which is pretty freaking sick. So the abilities, as you see, let's see what happens. Okay, so if I send 1 spell or trap card I control to the graveyard, I will shuffle all the spell and trap cards my opponent controls back to their deck. So goodbye to this D tactics. Now I'm gonna hit them. And remember, when I kill a monster with Brave Neos, his ability activates where I can get a spell or trap card listing Neos in it. So, okay, that's 1. Remember. Okay, now he's going to use Dark Calling. And usually, this monster is a pain in my ass because I used it before. But now, here he is. Now, let's see how it works, how I'm battling him. So, what he was going to do is he activated his ability where monster stats equal to him or lower are going to get destroyed. So he was going to destroy my Brave Neos. But the cool thing about Neo's Fusion is if that monster got summoned with Neo's Fusion, so instead of them dying, if I sacrifice that card to the graveyard instead, he will still be alive for another turn, so I still got my monsters. And then he's going to use Mass Change to get Dark Law out. But remember, that's the 3rd summon, so you got a little bit too carried away, because now he couldn't attack. So anyways, my draw. So I'm going to summon Grand Mole. Now it's battle phase. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit them hard. You know, I could have won if I used the ability. But I just wanted to mess around with the cards. Because remember, this is around the stage where I'm still learning. And now, remember, and I mentioned this before. To get rid of Malicious Bane, you have to either banish him or have an effect that targets monsters. So when it targets monster, it could be any monster. So, naturally, Rainbow Neo's one of his other abilities. Send 1 monster you control to the graveyard and shuffle all monsters your opponent controls into their deck. And that's a target thing. So, of course, so I summon Grand Mole and I use them as a material. So, go back, Evil Hero Malicious Bane. And the only way to summon him is for him to get those specific cards again and use Dark Calling or Dark Fusion. And I doubt that he has another one. So now, he's going to use Stratos. He's going to add another hero to his hand. Now he's going to use Vision Various effects to special summon a defense position. Add this as an equipped. And then that counts as another summon. So, as a 3rd summon. And now, again, you can do what you want, but it's going to end your turn. You can't fight. Keep doing what you need to do. So now, it's me again. Okay, so I got summon limit, but I just have it there. But I use Neos' Rainbow Neos' ability, and remember, send 1 card you control to the graveyard and shuffle all monsters your opponent controls into their deck. So I'm gonna say goodbye to my Brave Neos, but goodbye to all your cards. I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna hit you directly with nothing protecting you. And there we go. So, for the first battle, it seems like it went very smoothly. So anyways, on to the next one. Okay, here we are again at the second match. Okay. Okay, so guess he had a bad hand. So anyways, my turn. I'm going to use Keeper Dragon. I was going to activate his ability, discard one card, and sadly he had an Ash Blossom for me. Yeah. Sadly. But I activate another ability where I can show a card that fuses that any fusion monster material from my graveyard that says specific cards. And one of them with the material was Flare Scarab, so I naturally got Flare Scarab for her to be on my field. And that's it. Nothing much that I could done after that negate. Alright, he was gonna do something, so I used my Ash Blossom to negate his things. You know, Ash Blossom for Ash Blossom, right? Right. And of course he brought this guy out. He's gonna use his ability to send one card your opponent controls to your graveyard. And now... watch this. Finally got what I want. So anyways, I activate his ability so I can have Air Hummingbird. And Air Hummingbird has a cool ability. I don't know why I'm struggling with to say the words. It says you gain 500 life points for each card in your opponent's hand. So since he has 2, I'm going to gain 1,000 from it. Then I'm going to activate another ability to tribute that card, to get Flame Scare. And then I'm going to fuse these cards. I'm going to link some of them to get a Piranha Plant, which is very popular in meta. Then I'm going to activate its ability to use the Super Polymerization. And then I'm going to use Ash Blossom for whatever he did. I'm going to negate it. Luckily, I had another one. Yeah, sit down. So, naturally, I'm going to fuse with these 2 monsters here. And now I got Mud Dragon as a swamp. Alright. So sadly, he had a Harpy's Feather Duster. And then I'm gonna do a quick effect by making him become a Dark Attribute. Because he cannot be targeted by other cards that has the same attribute. And apparently his deck is all about Dark Attribute monsters. So, you know. But anyways, I have him again. I'm gonna activate his ability to summon Elemental Hero Neos. And then, of course, I'm going to bring back Air Hummingbird, heal. I'm going to use Neos Fusion. And now, I'm going to get my Brave Neos. I activate, you know, his ability when he destroys a card, of course. And I'm going to get another spell card. So that's why I hit him hard. Okay. Alright, so he summons a token, 1 on my field, and that token is going to save my life. You are about to see why. Because that was his mistake giving me a token. So he's going to do what he knew. And he's going to target 1 dark card on my graveyard so he can use it. But he's not going to use its ability. So, but he's going to use... yeah. I don't know why. Can he not activate the ability? Or, I don't know, but he chose not to. It's probably because he was almost dying, so I guess he didn't want to risk it. But they did their abilities to send cards back to my deck or whatever. Oh no. As you see, they're going, oh man. Oof. And this card is back again. This annoying ass card. Well. Now, Access Code Talker's here. He's going to use his ability. Because I have this card in my deck too. It's part of my deck. But it says, this card, hold on. You can target... Yeah, you can target one Link monster that was used as a material Link summoning. This card gains attack equal to the monster's Link rating times 1,000. You can banish one Link monster from your field or graveyard to store a card your opponent controls for the rest of his turn. You cannot banish monster with the same attribute to activate the effect for the Access Code Talker. So yeah, so 53,000. That's a lot. So now they're gonna battle, and you see, if he didn't give me that token, I would be dead. I would be dead. But now, this is my last... Watch this. So, Neo-Space Connector, I'm going to use him to activate his ability to get Dark Panther. See, the thing is, I use Dark Panther's ability, he could become that card. So, and with not only becoming that card, he gained its abilities. So, I used this one, but I wasn't thinking. But remember, I was still learning. And I should have used this one because I feel like, you know, that would have been more. But anyways, I don't know. But he's not the point. That's the Dark Panther's not the point. His ability is not the point here. It's what I'm about to do. So I'm gonna use Neo-Space Connector to get Neos on the field. Then I'm gonna use Neos Fusion to get Rainbow Neos. And now, remember, send one card you control to the graveyard, shuffle all monsters your opponent controls, and back to their deck. So meaning. That's it. It's pretty clutch and pretty easy to summon Rainbow Neos. So, now, next match, final match. Okay, final duel. You guys are going to like this one. You guys are going to like this final duel. Okay, so good hand from the start. So, that's all he could have done, sadly. For him, not for me. So, I'm going to use Reinforcement on the army to give me a Neo-Space Connector. I'm going to use him to summon Air Hummingbird. And use his ability for 500 life points on each card your opponent controls. Controls. In their hand. I don't know why I'm stuttering. Mixing my words. Anyways, I'm going to get 2,000 life points. And I exactly did. So anyways, I'm going to use them as a Link summon. And I'm going to get my Predator play out. Then, I'm going to use Neo's Fusion for Predator Plant's ability, giving me a fusion card to use. And I have Rainbow Neos. And now, I'm going to use its ability to send one monster you control to the graveyard so I can shuffle them back to their deck. So, raw damage right there. Raw 4,500 damage from the start. So, I'm going to let him do, and I'm going to give him back C. So, and then he's going to use Call by the Grave. You know what? That's fine. So now, I don't care if I can draw many cards. As long as you use Call by the Grave, I don't have to worry about that card. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. So they're going to keep doing what they need to get. Now, this guy right here. During the main phase, you can send one Phantom Knight monsters from your deck to your graveyard. Then set one Phantom Knight spell trap directly from your deck to your spell or trap zone. Also, if a Dark Xyz monster is special summon to the zones, this card points to while the monster is on the field. Except during damage step. You can target one card on the field, destroy it. You can't use each effect of the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bargic, if I said it right, once per turn. So, then he was going to use his ability. So I decided to use Super Polymerization. to discard one card, and I used his as materials, and now I got this Bud Dragon on the swamp. Yeah, because I was worried about that card. I did not want Rainbow Neos going away. But of course, I got Neo's Fusion as backup to keep it on the field. So, of course, I made a Dark Attribute because his whole deck is Dark Attribute monsters. So, they cannot target him. So, they're forced to fight Rainbow Neos. Okay. So, this monster's scary. It says once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. Then target one card you control. Target one card you control and one card your monster, your opponent controls. What is wrong with me? So, the point is he was trying to get rid of my Rainbow Neos. So, I used Neo's Fusion to make sure he doesn't get destroyed by battle. Destroyed by his effects, and he rage quitted. That connection failed, that's all. That wasn't no connection loss. Heal F4. But, anyways, guys, this is actually going to be the end of the video. Tell me what you guys think of my build, and I probably might edit it, or I think it's good as it is. So, but yeah, I feel proud of this deck right here because I actually finished something and it feels great. So, for me as a rookie, I feel like I'm going to give, who knows, like, do even more crazy duels in the future. And anyways, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. And as always, I'll see y'all later. Peace. And now to stop stuttering.